Hi, this is Gurleen and these are my Balle Bolly shots. Hi, this is Gurleen Kaur Bhandari. I am 23. I am an artist, a designer and a model, and I love to paint and I love dogs. It's simple, creative and elegant. So I wake up in the morning. First thing I do is I cuddle with my dog. I have a female beagle, her name is Bella. So after my morning cuddles, I have my green tea. Then I go on my rooftop, I sit in the sunshine and then I meditate for a bit. Then I plan my day, how my day is going to be, what creative things would I do I need to create content, plan my shoots and then just go out for a walk, then have my breakfast and do the usual. When I go way back, I was very heavy as a child. I was about 90 kilos back in school. So I never thought that I would be able to kind of ever look pretty or ever face the camera. That was a long goal. But when I was in my teens, I kind of lost weight and I became half my weight. I became anorexic. I stopped eating. I became like 45 kilos. So then I became obsessed with calories, with eating, with everything. But then when I joined college, I think I became a healthier version of myself. Then I started, since I've graduated from a fashion college from NIFT. So I started modeling. The initial bit I started when I started modeling for my seniors. I started doing ramp and I enjoyed being in front of the camera. I think then it started becoming quite natural to me. Then I started enjoying photo shoots. People told me you have a photogenic face. So with experience, it kind of began, and I started to enjoy it. I think that's really important. So ever since I graduated, I think I personally have had a lot of dreams ever since I was a child. So I think my main goal was not to become a designer initially. I was very good at art. I'm painting since the age I was born. I am painting since grade first. So I kind of knew कि मुझे creative field में ही करना है कुछ, and luckily my parents were very supportive because they knew that even though she is academically secure, she can become IAS, IPS or anything, but there is a creative side to me, and they knew and they never stopped me. So I pursued my humanities or arts in +2, and then I knew that fashion is something that really draws me. So it was either fine arts or it was designing. So I think fashion designing was a more diverse area for me. There were a lot of opportunities I could see at that point. So I decided that designing is something I would want to do. But then I also wanted to join cabin crew at one point, and after my designing I thought I'll do cabin crew for a good 2 or 3 years, then I'll see whenever I launch my brand further, because I've had the skills now. For 3 years I've studied it, so I can use it later in life. But I graduated in 2020. And that time COVID had hit and airlines were shut and everything had come to a halt. So then I decided that okay, in November 2020, on my birthday, I decided that I would launch my brand, and I named it Elan first. That is a French word for zeal, but I changed the name to Déesse, which is a French word which translates to goddess in English. So at that point, I felt like I want to create a women's wear brand where which is very close to my personal style, which basically I create formal wear, evening wear for women, and they need to feel like a goddess in whatever they do. They deserve a red carpet moment of their own. So that is how it began. I launched in November 2020, and I launched my winter wear capsule collection, which consisted of pantsuits, and then further we grew into gowns, and now we're also doing cord sets and everything. So it has grown. I think the kind of response that I have received, it's amazing. And that's what my brand stands for. It stands for empowering women and making them feel really powerful in whatever they wear. I think for me, fashion is art. I come from an artistic background. I view the world through an artistic lens. So I would say fashion for me, since I have been on the other side of the world where I've seen how fashion is created. So I look at it through a lens of an artistic person, because I've been an artist, a painter. So I think I have studied fashion for 3 years. I know the design process, what goes into making it. So fashion for me translates as simple as art. Fashion is art. Fashion is how you express yourselves, you know. It's not something you wear, you own and you go out. It's something that how you express yourselves. Whatever you wear, I think fashion is an expression for me, because I'm an artist and I view it like that. I think since my brand also runs via Instagram and it's an online apparel shop, so I think social media has played a huge role, and I'm lucky to be in this generation where everything is digitalized, everything, whether you call it whether you name it makeup artistry or other fields, photography, everything is so creative, and I'm so lucky to be a part of this generation wherein creativity is at its peak and the audiences are so accepting that everything, whenever you go to some place, everybody just wants to see your work on social media. So it has become like a digital portfolio of its own, and a lot of growth I see in the coming years. I think it has changed my life for sure. It has opened doors for me where I didn't even know they existed, and I think I only see growth in this sector further. The most rewarding part of my work is that I get to be myself every single day. I don't need to pretend and sit 9 to 5 in a place where I don't like to be. I think anything that is creative just drives me, just gives me a spark and draws me in. So I think I'm very inclined towards any kind of artistic work, whether it's makeup artistry, you talk about diverse fields, like we have photography, we have social media, now we have NFTs, we have a lot of this sector has grown immensely. So I would say that I'm very grateful that I get to do this and live this creatively every single day and plan my life like that. I think the inspiration that I take is how I would feel when I walk in a room. You need to walk into a room like you own the room. You have to look confident. You have to be looking your best. So I think the collection that I've designed, mostly I feel like there is no set rule that I want to design this or that, but the process is a long process. I think when you go and buy a garment, you're not just buying a garment, you're buying months of hard work of a designer. Initially when I was graduating, we were taught like a garment is born from something as small as like a word. So we were told to like brainstorm words, ideas, and then we make sketches, and then they translate into illustrations, and then we would make 100 sketches for just one garment. So it's as intricate and as complicated as that. It takes years of hard work and experience to establish yourself. Like if I talk about Manish Malhotra or Sabyasachi today, and how their styles are so distinct that looking at a garment you can make out that this is Manish, this is a sequined sari by him, and this is a lehenga by Sabyasachi. So they've established that niche. So I would say it takes years to establish yourself. I have just started, and but yeah, I'm very happy that I'm doing this. I get to do this every single day. I draw inspiration from anything and everything. When I was interning, I interned with Nitin Bal Chauhan. He's a high-end designer in Delhi, and he has a store in Mehrauli. And when I was interning there, I saw that I connected very well with him because he uses his art and translates it into his gowns via embroidery, khakas, and it's a long, complex process. But when I was graduating, my graduation collection couldn't happen due to COVID. We were to do it via Google Meet, unfortunately. But my collection was also inspired by that. I made 5 paintings. We had to make 5 garments, 100 marks each. So I made 5 paintings, and each garment would have its own artwork and embroidery inspired by those paintings. So I think it's very rewarding that I got to do that and learned that and experienced that. I think my favorite model has to be internationally. If we talk, it has to be Bella Hadid. I named my beagle after her. I love her so much. So my mom calls us Gigi and Bella at home. I think she's really pretty and she has that walk. So you know, when she walks in a room, everybody notices. She has that star power. So internationally speaking, I would say it has to be Bella Hadid. If I talk about designers, of course it has to be Sabyasachi. I mean, there is no doubt about it. Whatever he has done, he's put us on global map. He's so widely known across the world, and that is something that is a dream come true for any designer, that every bride wants to wear Sabyasachi, and one day I hope I will too. So he is my favorite designer. My go-to outfit would be tight denims and crop top and heels. A perfect Sunday, I think it depends. I think either I'll go wine and dine with my girlfriends, and I would chill on a brunch. But otherwise, I also like to have a low-key Sunday and sit on my rooftop on my swing and watch the sunset with my family. Has to be Dakota Johnson, hands down. Everybody who knows me or follows me knows how die-hard of a fan I am of her, and my friends call me Dakota Johnson. I don't know why, they see some resemblance between us, but she is my favorite actress, and also Siddharth Malhotra. That I might look graceful and everything and girly, but I am a tomboy inside. My phone, my earphones, I think music is something, and my painting stuff. I think painting, everything that is related to my painting skills. I cannot live without that. Lying annoys me the most. Don't lie, just be honest. Both, I think, both. I can't choose, but heels. I think a good sling bag. I think I'm obsessed with bags, so bags. You can follow me on Instagram. I'll leave my handle with Balle Bolly. Thank you for having me.